Well, hi, folks. Jack here. This is just going to be a quick live stream, maybe 10 minutes at the most. This is not going to be for those that just got an alert or something. This is not the podcast for the day. This is just a little information about the upcoming hands-on compost class here at 9 Mile Farm. There's a link in the video notes. It's ready to go right now. You can click on it. You can get more information, and you can sign up for the class and come to it. There's a few things I wanted you to know about this class, and it's a little detail-oriented. So I wanted a longer version of this so I can promo it during the podcast. But if you want to know more, you can come to this video and learn more about why we're doing things the way we're doing. So first and foremost, we're in a situation here where this class has got an or in the dates, right? So it is right now anyway, either going to be January 6th, which is a Saturday, or the 7th, which is a Sunday. And you might be like, Jack, why don't you just choose a date? Okay, here's why. It's going to be in January. We can have a January day here where even if it's cold in the morning, we're going to start about 10:30 in the morning with people arriving. That means we'll actually get to work around 11. And by then, a lot of times it's 55, 60 degrees. The sun's out. It's beautiful. And then there's other days where you're like, is this New England or something or Michigan? Why is it freezing cold? Why does my face hurt? Why has it got snow or sleet or rain or a combination thereof and freezing rain on my face? I don't want to put people in a position where they're going to be uncomfortable during at least the outdoor version part of the class, which will be probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours of time. So I want some flexibility in there. So it's very possible we could look and see Saturday, and that's the prime day right now. Saturday, 10:30 arrival time, my place near Acel, Texas. And we look at it and go, it's going to rain or it's going to suck or whatever, and we'll just push it to Sunday. There's also a chance that weekend could suck. And my videographer, Aaron Hatch, is not available the next 2 weekends. That puts it to the end of January. I really wanted to do like the second weekend or the third weekend of January. As we push out to the 4th and moving into February, the odds that the weather's going to suck go up, not down. So I kind of pulled it in a little closer. And I know we're close to the holidays, and also it's going to make it hard for some people to decide if they want to come. And really, I've had people drive 4, 5, 6 hours for a half-day class. If you want to, I'm not going to tell you can't. I'm just saying, this is really geared toward much more local, 1.5, 2 hour drive. Because of the flexibility issue. Because we could very conceivably say this weekend's a wash and we're kicking it out to the end of the month. I already have 3 people signed up. I'm sure we'll get 2, 3, 4 more minimum. I'm only allowing 10 maximum to this class. So if you want a ticket, I would go ahead and get it. But as long as we have 5, I can make it work. So I'm pretty confident that we'll have the student body necessary to do this. It's going to be an awesome class. I really encourage you to come check us out. If you have any questions about it and you're on the live, go ahead and post them right now, and I'll try to answer them. There's not that many of you, so it shouldn't be hard to do. If you are watching this and it's no longer live, but you have a question, you can certainly ask it in the comments. I'll try to get you an answer. But it's going to be a fun class. This is a bioreactor build that we just did in November at the big event, and we had tons of people there and all. If you've been to one of my compost class, whether you were at the big class in your local or one of the smaller classes we've done in the past, you still might want to come to this one. As I've built this online course, and we are honestly right now, we'll talk about the online course more in just a second, but I could put it up for sale right now, though Tom would probably have a heart attack because he's not done dinking on all the back end stuff. The course is done except for 2 bonus chapters. And one of the bonus chapters is this video. Now, if this video is not ready for release and the course is, we'll go ahead and release the online course. And anybody who buys it when the video documentary at the end gets added, you'll have access to it. You've already paid for it. It's not going to be an upsell or anything like that. Though the price of the course may go up at that point for those who haven't already bought it. But if you buy it, you'll get it. But there are some innovations even since November, as I've built this course out, that are going to be done in this build. Some things that enhance aeration, some things that make the entire weed blocker concept work a little bit better, etc. So even if you've been before, there will be new information during this. And I wanted you guys that maybe haven't been out to my place to see the results of this kind of composting. So the image in this video right now, that's my primary garden. Those beds along the back side, the long side, and that angle are 12 foot long. The front side is 8 foot long. So it's basically two 8-foot beds attached to a 4x4, even though it's all run as one bed, to give you an idea of the scale on that. That is a cover crop that we laid down with the students, and we took last year's compost and top dressed it. That's at about 4 weeks. That's the type of results that we're able to get from this type of compost. And if you want to know how to do that, then you definitely want to take the online course, because you're going to learn how to do it. But if you can get to this hands-on course, please come. There's a few things I want you to think about with whether or not you can make the time to come. Number one is it will be a small class size. That means you get a lot of time to talk to me and ask me questions that you can't possibly get when there's 80 people here. Not because I'm not willing, because I'm not able. There's no way I can give 80 people the kind of attention individually that I can give to 5 to 10. It's just not possible. Number two, we're always talking about building community. Folks, there isn't going to be somebody here from Florida or Georgia or California. These are all going to be relatively local people. It's a chance to form connections with people in that local underground network that we all say that we want to achieve. So I highly recommend that we think about that if we're deciding whether you're going to come to this. Next, I'm going to feed the hell out of you. The cost of the class is $75. You also get the online $35 course for free if you come to the on-site build. So it really is, about $35 to, or what, $40 for the class. I'll have to get a final head count to know exactly what we're serving. But like, for instance, one of the things I always buy extra sausage from Tim Love when I do my big events every year. Usually I buy it and I hoard it for myself, tax deductible sausage, right? But like rattlesnake and rabbit, I believe that we have plenty in reserve. So that will probably be part of the meal that we will serve you is Tim Love's rabbit and rattlesnake smoked sausage and some other things. This will be a high-end meal. When we finish up, as you guys are kind of talking, I will actually be cooking for you, like on our flat top and things. So this will be freshly prepared. We probably will have some smoked pork shoulder and some other things. It will be highly meat-centric. There will be no challenge whatsoever to stay keto. We'll have an assortment of adult beverages for anyone who wants a drink or two at most, because you're all going home after this type of situation. But this will be a fun learning plus social environment. The last thing is, understand I am asking for your assistance. I need this to make this course what it needs to be. As I finished it up and looked at it, I'm like, some of the best instructing I've ever done. And I can still see people having a little bit of apprehension of building one for themselves. I think they need to see it go together. So I'm asking for your help to make this course, which will be our flagship course in a series of courses to come, to get this done and get this done right, where students that are taking it that do not have this opportunity will feel like, okay, I know exactly what to do and how to do it. Going forward, we're going to be doing more courses. We're going to do a course on cover cropping, not for the farm, for the homestead and the garden, which is what this composting is for. I've taken an agricultural composting concept by a PhD soil scientist who's doing it for people that are farming thousands of acres, and said, let's take the advantages we have as small scale and reduce the simplicity down and bring the simplicity into this, because we can use more product than they do. I want to do the same thing with you guys for cover cropping and for biochar. And I know a lot of you have been waiting for the aquatics course. That will come. These are the foundational courses that are more approachable, apply to more people, and give us the modularity of building a full-on certification program, which is where this is going long-term. So the site, it's up, it works, it functions. We're not giving it out yet. It's not ready for prime time. It will be shortly. This course will be on sale sometime in January, maybe before this course, probably after it a little bit. But it depends. It depends. How things go for my web guy, Tom, and getting the back end stuff and make sure everything flows so that when you log in, but we might, and I say this might, because I could even do it by leaking links to you guys. The people that are coming, we may let you actually review the course material before you come. Even if you're not registered on the site to take the quizzes and everything, we may let you like basically audit the video work that's been done so far. I would like to do that. And I think that would make you better prepared when you come here, not only to actively engage in the project, but to make the Q&A as effective as possible. Because what I plan to do is to have you guys note all your questions, maybe ask a few while we're doing the build, but it may be a little bit cold, even if it's go weather, right? And we'll move inside for the Q&A. It'll put us in a much better environment for you to be heard when you're asking questions. So what this means, if you're a student, you're going to be on video. We won't give your names out or anything unless you specifically want to. You're going to be on video. But this video will be for students only. It will be a video that will be private, unlisted in the student area. That means that some of you that are asking me constantly, since I've announced this, are you going to video it and make it available? Yes, if you buy the online course, which again is probably going to be a $35 price point. So it's not going to be for everybody. Hunter is asking me which day. I said that in the beginning. I'll say it again. Right now, tentatively, the 6th or 7th, which is the first Saturday and Sunday of January. Unless weather causes us to have a rain day, there's a link in the video notes right down there. Click that link. You can go sign up. You can get your tickets, etc. Again, I have 3 people signed up already. If you're a couple, you can buy 2 tickets. If you want to bring kids, they need to be 14 or older. They need to be actively engaged, or they cannot come. This is a working project-oriented workshop. So kids running around chasing my ducks and all, I just can't deal with that and deal with students and making sure this flows properly. So I have no problem with young kids. I love young kids, just not right environment. As far as 14, I figure if you are willing to pay for your 14-year-old, your 14-year-old is willing to commit that they're going to be part of the project and they want to come, that's good. It could be 13, it could be 12, it could be 15. I don't know. You got to pick an age. So I just settled on 14. It seems like a reasonable age for this. We've had large groups of young children at these half-day courses before, and just bluntly, it hasn't gone well. It hasn't gone well. Kids tribe up and start chasing animals and throwing spears at them and shit, and we just can't. I have to get this dead on right. So I'm asking for your help. I'm going to give you a great time and a great education, an opportunity to network with local people and to spend about 5 hours with me in a small group. And that's what you get for $75 and fed like crazy. So if you want to sign up and come, please do. I will be mentioning this and promoting this in the podcast, rewinds, etc., going through the holiday period. I don't think we're going to have any problem on head count. Again, I want at least 5 to make this work. Obviously, I have to charge for this. I have to feed you guys, and I have to pay Aaron to do the video work. And at 5's kind of I can make it work at that point, somewhat out of pocket, but I can make it work. If I can get 10, basically the project pays for itself. Everybody eats great. Everybody learns great. And we don't go too high on body count. So sign up, come hang out. And if you're waiting for the online course because you're not local or you can't come, we will get that done, mid-January at the latest, possibly earlier. And I'm really, really, really excited about this. An online educational platform for my audience and beyond has been a long time coming. And I've spent 15 years of my life teaching and honestly never charging a dime for anything that I've taught. And when I went into doing this, initially I set everything up because I was going to do this giant aquatics course. It was going to be like a $500 course. And I realized, like, you've never done this way before with exams and certification and all. You need to tighten this up. And this experience has been wonderful. It's taken me a lot of effort and a lot of work, but I'll tell you, it's motivated me. I am already like halfway through gathering the information, material, and outline for the next course, which is going to be on cover cropping. And it will actually probably be a little bit easier of a course than this one to do. And then the biochar stuff, I've got tons on that. And these 3 are going to integrate together. And I believe that what we're building here is something like you probably haven't ever seen. I don't think there is any competitive product to what we're building. I really don't, because I don't think anybody's taken this approach before. What I'm trying to do is refine it down to the backyard producer, up to the scale of maybe a market garden producer, down from there, and make this approachable, and every single component of it actually making what you do work better and produce more for you. Catch you guys. Hope to see many of you at the coming on-site shop.